Lullaby of Open Eyes was this song. Anyway, on to the next one. Yep, must be. It's weird how easily Emmy and I can keep from seeing one another after class now. Actually, I'd venture to say that it's vaguely disturbing. As easily as we'd come together, we seemed to split apart without much trouble. Well, I guess that's not exactly true. We'd both been pretty bummed after that last night together. And we got to see each other every morning for runs, and just our runs, I might add. Lunch, too. I especially enjoy lunchtime with her. We had plenty of time to talk about everything outside of school, whereas the morning runs had become increasingly businesslike. I think it's because Emmy wants to make up for our foolery in the storage shed. But no matter how much we joke at lunch, I can't help but feeling a little worried about her. She seems distracted more often, and I've caught her fidgeting nervously more than once. Never figured her to be someone who cared that deeply about exams, but they certainly seem to be taking their toll, even though they haven't even started. This is just the run-up, the deep breath before the plunge. Tomorrow, the real trial begins. Or the real exams, anyway. As for me, I actually don't feel that worried about exams at all. I'm not sure why. I mean, they're pretty important, but my scores here will determine my odds of getting into a good university. Okay, I was pretty sure I knew what foolery meant, but I looked it up. It just meant silly or foolish behavior. If I'm too cavalier now, it could spell doom for my academic career. Cavalier. Isn't that usually how they describe an attitude? A cavalier. Well, that one's not right. A dashing attentive manager for one at his latest escort, or showing a lack of proper concern offhand. There we go. But going into them, I feel confident I'll come out the other side okay. Mateo thinks I've got the science examination locked up at any rate. Or as he says, the last thing that should give you any trouble is my exam. It's way beneath your talents. And again, it is Mateo who's telling me this. His praise of me carries the veiled implication that anything less than a perfect for me would be a disappointment, which has actually caused me to fret more than I should about the exam. It's for that reason that I find myself in the library after class, poring over the textbook. Pretty simple things to look over, some formulas of velocity, a few bits about friction. A walk in the park compared to my dreaded English exam. Never was good with languages. As I flip through my notes one more time, my mind begins to wander. After these exams are over, things should get easier. Soon we'll be graduated. Then off to college, hopefully. I remember my abortive attempt to find out what Emmy plans to do after high school. She avoided the subjects pretty deftly, as I recall. Heck, it seems that just about every time I push too hard, she dances around the subject. Or distracts me through other means. Like a few days ago at lunch when Rin wasn't around. They did it up there. I've done it. I'm startled from my reverie by Yuko's triumphant shout. Gah! Yuko seems mortified at my sudden starting. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, I just got... And I really wasn't, and it's just that. As she stutters, I move to quickly calm her down before she gets too agitated. Whoa, hey. My words seem ineffective. Yuko continues to work herself into a complete frenzy. And it's a library, and I shouldn't be. Easy there, just calm down. And I'm really setting a bad example now. I'll get fired because I can't do anything right. Yuko. Shouting seems to work, though I draw the ire of several other students studying in the library. Yuko stands at attention like a soldier who's just heard the captain bark an order. Sorry. Calm down, it's okay. You just startled me a little, and that's only because I was daydreaming instead of studying. So really, you got me back on task. This is a complete lie, but it seems to work. Yuko takes a deep breath and seems to calm down a little. Though she keeps shifting around with a nervous energy that seems awfully familiar. So, what's got you so excited anyway? The Yamaku cat burglar. Again? To her credit, Yuko manages to convey her intense excitement in a whisper. I think I know who it is. I got an anonymous tip as to their identity. Is it Kenji? So I did some spying. I think the tipster was right. Oh, really? And who was this burglar? Yuko shuts her mouth, shaking her head decisively. Nope, I can't tell you that. Why not? It's between me and the burglar. I can't risk you warning him that I'm onto his game. He could tip his hand early and blow town. Then I'm left with no perp. When did Yuko start talking like a hard-boiled detective? I wouldn't warn them. Why would I care? If you got to ask that question, then you don't need to know. That doesn't make any sense, but okay. Congratulations, I guess? Thanks. It's probably Kenji. What for? The, cat burglar thing? Yuko nods and smiles appreciatively. So, studying for exams? Well, that was the plan. I'm not having much luck, though. Really? Is it because you can't find the book? I'm really sorry. I've been meaning to clean the shelves up for weeks now, but I keep getting distracted. I'm so sorry. Whoa, wait. It's not that. I've got my book right here. To illustrate the point and hopefully calm Yuko down, I show her the textbook in front of me. My mind just keeps wandering, is all. Is it because of the noise in here? I'm trying to be more strict about the noise level, so I can't bring myself to yell at people. I mean, aren't their lives hard enough without me throwing my authority around? No, it's not the noise level either, I promise. I'm just... hell, I don't know. Worried about Emmy. Worried about us. Worried about what happens after we graduate. Emmy's been kind of weird lately. What do you mean? Well, you know how we're dating now. I just don't know that we're actually, you know, a couple, or at least I don't know that we're beyond friends. Though friends normally don't do the sort of things we do. Friends with benefits, I guess. Physically, we're a couple. Coupling, at least. It's like every time I try to find out more about her, or about what she wants to do with her life, she dodges the question. Like the other day, I was talking to her at lunch about some schools I've been looking into. And I asked her, have you looked into any schools lately? She shrugs in response, says no, and then when I ask why not, she says she doesn't think that far ahead. I'm not one to plan, so I don't know, I can't blame her, I guess. I asked why she had that policy, and that's when I realized what I'm about to start describing, and wisely decided to clam up. She changed the subject. Wouldn't talk about it. Maybe it's an uncomfortable subject for her? Or she just doesn't think it needs explaining. Yeah, but it's not just that. Every time I try to find out what's been bothering her, she changes the subject too. It's like she likes being with me, but not getting close to me. Now that I've said it out loud, I feel worse. You could digest this bit of information. You know, it seems to me that you're more serious about this than she is. I can almost feel my stomach twist into a knot. She's right. That's exactly what it seems like. But is that really what's going on? I mean... Sorry, I'm just talking nonsense. You shouldn't take my advice. You barely know me. I'm just a librarian, and I'm single, so you can imagine I can't know what I'm talking about. No, I think you have a point. That does suck to say if it's true. As much as it hurts to even consider it, Yuko seems to try desperately to find a way to soften the blow somewhat. Look. I'm probably wrong, but if you want to be sure of how obviously wrong I am, maybe you should just talk to her. Get some time alone and just ask about it. And don't let her change the subject, either. Yeah, maybe I should do that. Or maybe I should just enjoy what I have. We have fun hanging out, after all. And the runs are nice, and the other activities are nice, and talking to her is nice. Do I really need to get closer to her? What I've got right now is pretty good. But that's silly. I want to get closer to her. I want to be able to help her out with whatever is bothering her. But maybe I should wait until after exams are over. Maybe she'll brighten up once the stress has passed. If she does, then I don't need to worry about it anymore. But if she doesn't, well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I thank Yuko for advice and head back to my room. Maybe I'll be able to concentrate more on my studies in there.